Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 coming up in just about 6 minutes. Queens of the Stone Age tickets, this unique show. Queens of the Stone Age, the Catacombs tour at the Chicago Theater. This is special, and all of the Q101ers that were out at Northerly Island last Saturday night obviously know how amazing it is to have them back. And then this show is going to be next level. Kenzie's going to stage announce in a wizard outfit. It's going to be pretty amazing. And then she's going to just levitate on a broom above the audience. While they play, no one knows.
Well, it's a spooky night, apparently.
It'll be a very spooky night. In the meantime, let's get some food news going on right now. We'll come up in a couple seconds with, wow, your local grocery store, the one you use, may be going away. So just give us a second on that one. Let's start by pouring one out for something else. It's very sad in food news today, as McDonald's and Krispy Kreme will end the donut partnership next month. First off, I can't think of a better phrase than donut partnership. I would like a donut partnership with any donut company. Now, the company said the deal has not been as profitable as expected for the donut chain, so it will end next week, July 2nd. So what it was they just had Krispy Kreme at McDonald's, and they're ending it. Here's my take on it, is that McDonald's is incredible for what they have. They already have this stuff with the sausage McMuffin with egg and the hash browns, and you can go on the little burritos.
No, keep going.
I can do the whole menu if you like.
Well, I'm not going to stop you.
And Krispy Kreme is awesome on their own right with their glazed donut. And they didn't need a partnership there. I think they thought, sometimes people say, like, let's get together. We're so alike, and, then it might be a good marriage. And then you get together and you realize that, I was pretty good alone,
What is this, Love Island? What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, like, McDonald's is going to be fine. Krispy Kreme's going to be fine. They just did. I think it was maybe a little confusing, people going through the drive-thru, because they didn't ask for Krispy Kreme donuts. They asked for a sausage McMuffin with egg, which is what I do. I get 3 of them.
You get 3 of them?
I get 3, 2 hash browns, and a large Coke. That's my breakfast order at McDonald's.
And you have that every day?
No.
Wait, you get 3 Krispy Kremes, 2 hash browns?
No. 3 sausage McMuffins with egg.
Oh, and 2
hash browns and 1 large Coke.
Why don't you just get 3 meals at that point? Why'd you go, you don't want only 2 hash browns?
Well.
What, am I unhealthy?
It gets confusing with the drink. And I say, I don't need the drink. I just need 1 drink if I do the meals.
Uh-huh.
And so I've tried to crunch the numbers on it. I can't make it work. So I just kind of say, give me 3 of those, 2 of those, a Coke, and there we go.
Do you do a sauce?
I will sometimes get the buffalo sauce on the side like I do with my quarter pounder with cheese.
Yeah.
I got to say, if you're not on the McDonald's app, you are losing out. They give you so many points for everything. Every time I go, one of those sandwiches is free.
That's facts. And then when you go on the app, it'll tell you like a lot of times like the daily deal. So you're like, oh, today it's a buy one, get one on this or this. Yeah.
They might be the best with points as far as giving them to you for almost nothing. So get on that McDonald's app. I don't have a Krispy Kreme app. I don't know what theirs is.
Well, there's nothing they do that's flawed, so I imagine their app is fantastic. I've always found Krispy Kreme to excel at the jelly donut in particular. But as a huge fan of Krispy Kreme and a huge fan of McDonald's, I did always find this partnership to be a little strange financially, because I live very close to a McDonald's, and when I take the bus into work every day, because I take the bus, there's a
I didn't know that.
It might have come up a time or two. There's a Krispy Kreme truck outside of McDonald's every morning when I'm getting on the bus delivering fresh donuts. And that doesn't seem cost effective. So I'm not surprised that this did not take off the way that they thought it would.
Yeah. Dodger Boy, who just played at Trivia, said, sounded like Brian was about to make an announcement about his marriage. He was talking so passionately about donuts and McDonald's breakfast. But I just think they're both going to be fine on their own. I think Krispy Kreme did it to get a little more profile to them, and to glom on the McDonald's.
I don't know if Krispy Kreme needs any help. I think they're their own strong, independent donut brand.
Well, I don't know the facts, but somebody texted in and said 630 Krispy Kreme is not fine. They needed the partnership with McDonald's. So I don't know if Krispy Kreme is struggling right now or not. We could look.
Oh my God! Do you think that it was like a breakup? They're like, God, no.
No. It's not you. It's me. I can change. I can change.
We'll do a chocolate drizzle.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Krispy Kreme is amazing, and McDonald's is amazing, and they're going to be fine by themselves. That's what's going to happen there. Oh, man, we got to pour one out again? Oh, my gosh. More food news.
Ryan, that's enough.
More food news. Well, I said your favorite local grocery store might be going away. And I know on the show we all love Mariano's. I say Mariano's, and Kenzie and Case always say it's Mariano's.
Well, the rest of the world also says Mariano's.
It's my Midwest A. hey, Mariano's.
Yeah, Kenzie and I are big Southerners over here.
Yeah.
You Pacific Northwesterners. So 3 suburban Mariano's are going to shutter as part of Kroger's nationwide closures because Kroger owns Mariano's, and they said they're going to close 60 stores over the next 18 months. So here's the 3 that might be yours. This is sad, but there's a good news at the end of it. So Buffalo Grove, that's at Half Day Road. That's 450 West Half Day Road. That one's closing. These are closing, I believe, by the end of summer.
Yeah, Buffalo Grove is closing August 8th, and then the next 2 that you'll mention close August 15th and August 22nd, respectively.
That's Bloomingdale and Glenview West, because there's another one in Glenview. So that's actually in Northbrook, the Glenview West one, technically, because they're right on the border there. So those are all closing in August, and it's a bummer. Now, they are saying all the employees will be offered, all of them, will be offered jobs at other locations. That does suck a little bit because then your commute, and you go like, I got to go over here now. But at least everybody's got a job.
Hey,
which is
you got to go over here now?
That's what I would do in that situation. I got to go over here now? I got to go over here? So at least all are going to have jobs. That's what's important.
If they can figure out where they got to go now.
Well.
Have a job over here now?
Oh, my God. What, it's over here? What am I going to do? My car's used to going this way. Now it's over here.
I got to go over here now.
Oh, my God.
What the hell? I knew where I was going before.
When does it end? I got to go over here? What if I have to go over there now?
That's terrible. Terrible situation. I know my ride. I know over here. Now I got to go over here now?
I got to go over here now? What am I going to do over here?
All right, so Buffalo Grove, Bloomingdale, Glenview West, those Mariano's are closing, sadly, but everybody will have a job. Just part of a nationwide closure of some of them. When that big merger didn't go through, basically all the grocery stores being under one umbrella, that didn't go through. Okay, finally, something that's not a pour one out. Stop that damn music. Pour one out. This is actually good news.
And we have Queens of the Stone Age tickets coming up in just a second.
Oh, yeah, it's at 8:01. I'll get those to you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Those Queens of the Stone Age tickets are over here now.
Yeah, I'll get those to you.
Over here.
They're over here now. Red Lobster, the CEO has announced that they've revamped the menu with plenty under $20. Now, we poured one out for Red Lobster a year ago. They were having problems because of the bottomless shrimp.
Endless shrimp.
Endless shrimp.
Please, put some respect on it.
Bottomless fries at Red Robin, endless shrimp at Red Lobster that almost bankrupt the company.
Yeah, baby.
Now, unlimited shrimp may still be off the menu, they're saying, but the 7 new dishes and 3 new cocktails have been added. I know Kenzie's excited about the happy hour at Red Lobster.
I'm very excited about the happy hour at Red Lobster.
Because they have $5 margaritas, but I also...
Okay.
Yeah, forget about it. Kenzie's going to...
God, that sounds like I'm drunk already, doesn't it?
It really does. This right here tells me that Kenzie's going to be drunk by 7 tonight at Red Lobster.
Give me some.
A sangria flight.
Let's go.
A flight of different
go.
sangrias. Holy crap.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and some tremendous items of, again, plenty under $20 to get on the menu because they revamped. They need to refresh.
I hate when places don't have a happy hour. Everybody should have a happy hour. We've forgotten how happy that hour is as a nation.
As a nation.
Yes.
I could be wrong, and maybe servers out there, restaurant owners can remind me of this, that in Illinois, it's possibly illegal to have special prices for a certain hour period. This law changed after happy hours were already going. And then they said you can still call it happy hour and have lower prices, but those prices must be offered the rest of the day too, and people just don't know it because they think it's happy hour pricing. I cannot, if there's a server, somebody who works at a restaurant or server expert out there.
I don't think so, because I've gone to plenty of places where there's lunch menus.
Yeah, but I guess if you ask for that at like 4 p.m, they'll still have to give it to you, that price.
Huh.
I don't
So
know.
I could tell the waiter, listen, you son of a bitch. Give me
That's what you should
this
do.
margarita's going to be $5. I know it's 11. Guess what? This margarita's $5 today.
You have to do it with that tone to get an appropriate response to getting your whatever, your turkey wrap.
Your happy hour turkey wrap?
You look me in the eyes, you son of a bitch. This is $2 less and you know it.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with Lord, and we got a check-in from Arlington Heights from Timmy, checking in from Arlington Heights, saying you wanted the keyword for that chance to go meet Lord anywhere in the country. You go, and you meet her, and you see her, and that keyword is court. You can text that till 9 o'clock to 95819. Got to use that text number, 95819. Text the word court to see Lord anywhere you want and meet her. With Brian and Kenzie and Q101. Another exclusive thing besides the Queens of the Stone Age that we give you. We just keep piling them on. It's amazing. So there's that. Now, also, the Weird Al ticket winner a half hour ago, because Kenzie won in trivia, we did a caller 10 on that. And he says he won, but his coworkers don't believe him. Is that what's happening, Case?
This is true. So I just want to let everybody at Caribbean Pools know that Smalls did indeed win Weird Al tickets. He'll be seated in the pavilion this Sunday in Virginia. But Smalls did win Weird Al tickets, and none of his coworkers believe him.
Do his coworkers call him Smalls?
He calls himself Smalls. I've talked to him for years. I only know him as Smalls.
Huh. What's up, Smalls?
Yeah.
What's
Nice
up,
guy.
man?
Really, really nice guy. He's got the Weird Al tickets. That was him that won. That is a real thing that happened.
I really expected Kenzie to jump in there and say, so Smalls' coworkers, you can suck it. He won. But she didn't say that.
Kenzie, you want to give it a shot?
Hey, you guys can suck it.
I expected that.
Just don't worry about it. You just post a picture, post yourself up with a baddie, okay? Then they're going to have to believe it.
That's right. And they could have went if they were nice to Smalls. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
The baddie at work ain't going to go with you. She don't believe you. Get a different one.
Now let's settle the fact-checking of the Red Lobster having a new happy hour promotion. I brought up that I think Illinois has a law with happy hour saying that they have to offer those prices all day long because the concept was if you have a happy hour, people go there to get low-priced drinks, get loaded, and then they end up driving drunk. So the happy hour promotion you can have, but you have to offer those prices all the time. For example, Kenzie wants her turkey wrap at 4 p.m. and a lunch special. I think you can do that. A lot of different responses from people that work in the service industry are experts on the phones and text line. Kenzie, what do you got on the text line?
708 texted in and said at Cooper's Hawk, we call it wine o'clock and only serve from 3 to 5:30 Monday through Friday.
Wait, 3 to 5:30? You can start drinking wine at 3 for a good price?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, why not?
You find me a better time.
That's a good time to start drinking wine.
Oh, yeah.
3 o'clock.
Well, you just keep it going throughout the day, and then before you know it, it's nighttime.
Yeah.
It's bedtime.
And then they have awesome food there, too, so you can just then eat dinner after.
Yes.
After you just drink pure wine from 3 to
So
5:30.
I don't know what the law is, but I damn sure know Cooper's Hawk got wine o'clock, so whatever.
Well, there's different answers here. Pierce checked in and said worked in the food service industry for 15 years. Brian's right. Illinois does have a happy hour for alcohol since 2014. They can still do a happy hour for food.
Oh, okay, that makes sense because the sushi place that I like, not to sound bougie, but the sushi place that I like has a happy hour that I quite enjoy. And that happy hour goes until 6 p.m., which is a good deal.
What is the deal?
That it's cheaper.
You don't know the difference?
It's cheaper. That's all I know. I'm
Okay.
saving money.
Well,
they got a whole happy hour menu. I come in there at 5 o'clock. I'm ready to down some sushi.
But just like the drinks, you're eating more probably, and you're probably spending more than you would. You understand?
No. Say that again?
It's not all you can eat, is it?
No.
So it's cheaper, but then you're probably eating more because it's cheaper.
I don't get suckered into that like you do. I still am able to control what I eat. It's just at a cheaper cost.
The problem is Brian sees everything as he has zero self-control. Like
That's true.
Brian possesses a 0% self-control rating.
Mm-hmm.
That's
my rating.
No.
That's it.
And that's why when he was like, I don't get it. Like, if you have a drink, now you have to be wasted. Like, so it's like, oh, the food's a deal. You have to buy 800 of them.
Yeah, I don't buy more food because it's cheaper. I get the same amount of food and then I save money.
What the hell's wrong with you? That's stupid. I am an all or nothing kind of guy.
Yeah, you are.
People often say they want to go out for a beer. I go, no. But if you want to go out for 7, let's go.
That's good.
But I can wait a while. I don't need to have the beer a day. I can have 7 and let's get my drink.
7 a day.
I can do that.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for Head to Headlines. You decide the content of the show right now because you deserve it. We give you 2 of the funniest headlines of the week. There were hundreds this week to go through, and we've narrowed it down to 2. And you decide which story you want to hear us break down. The other story we'll never talk about again, so really you got to choose wisely, especially today, by texting in Headline 1 or Headline 2 at 312-591-8300. So what do you hear both before you start texting in? Here we go. Headline number 1. Man allegedly admitted to killing neighbors at nudist resort over a hot dog. Detective testifies. That's right, out of the gate. That is headline number 1.
Thank you to the thousands of crew members who tagged me in that story. Thank you to Tanya. I saw she was first in there. But yes, I got sent that a lot this week. That was a guaranteed head-to-head line.
Now that you've heard it once, process it again. Man allegedly admitted to killing neighbors at nudist resort over a hot dog.
Well, it's alleged, so.
Yeah, that's right. As Kay says, hot dogs are having a moment right now.
They are.
More than usual. By the way, it closed with detective testify. So he must have said that they he admitted to it, but there's some kind of alleged part of that.
Imagine being the detective on the hot dog nudist case.
A lot. Do you think there was like a chalk outline of a hot dog?
It's like Pacino coming home in Heat. I told you we were hooking up, baby. I can't talk about this hot dog stuff.
Oh, boy. That's headline 1, but don't text in yet because we got another one for you. Headline number 2 is man gets stuck in chimney while trying to get his dog out of a locked building.
What?
Now, it doesn't sound as sexy as the other headline, I have to admit. But certainly, you have to see these stories, and we know the stories right now to a level that I'm not trying to influence you. I'm just saying, man gets stuck in chimney while trying to get his dog out of a locked building. Just think about the scenario that could happen there. Again,
That gives me so much anxiety. Could you imagine going down a chimney?
no. Except
Oh, my God.
I never wanted to be Santa Claus, never thought about it. So you decide 312-591-8300 right now, headline 1 or headline 2. And then live with your decision because we'll never talk about the other story again. We scrub it from the internet, actually. You'll never know about that story. Text in now, 312-591-8300. Headline 1 or headline 2. Head to headlines with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Head to headlines. We'll have the results in a second to which headline you choose for us to break down to you. You decide the content. So headline 1 was, man allegedly admitted to killing neighbors at nudist resort over a hot dog. Detective testifies. And headline number 2 was, man gets stuck in chimney while trying to get his dog out of a locked building. Now, I think when we hear the results, because I know it was close, but headline 2 takes it. And I think you'd think, how could that be? Well, I think people think that headline 1 describes everything that happened. Because you could easily think about, I could at times. I've had certainly some very bad thoughts when I'm wronged on a hot dog. So I think people realize this is a really open and shut case. That the man killed his neighbors over a hot dog. The nudist resort part.
That's interesting.
The nudist resort part is kind of interesting to know how that played out, but we're not going to hear about it. We're scrubbing that from the internet right now. Case, you're taking that out right now?
Yes, it's gone.
On your Netscape Navigator program to take it all out?
On my Netscape Navigator program, I have just deleted headline 1 from the internet.
So
That's
here-
exactly what I just did.
So here we go. Man gets stuck in chimney while trying to get his dog out of a locked building. And I'm like Kenzie on this one. I get anxiety just thinking about being stuck in a chimney right now. I can't even know if I can get to the story. But here's what happened. Bristol, Connecticut. Firefighters had to rescue a man who got stuck in the chimney of a Connecticut Parks building while trying to retrieve his dog from a bathroom when the doors automatically locked for the night. There's a little bit to unpack there right away. The bathroom doors automatically lock at night in this Parks building. I don't like that.
Okay, wait a minute.
I don't like that.
Park okay.
So it's a park building. There's bathrooms in there. They lock automatically at night.
Okay.
Somehow his dog was in there after 10 o'clock. Dogs should not be
And
out
he
after.
wasn't?
He was not. His dog was out. Must have, I don't know, snuck out to go.
Had to go to the bathroom?
We'll find out as we get through the story.
Okay.
I think it's evil to have bathrooms lock at night in a place like that. Because when you're driving and you can't get anywhere and then you have to go to the bathroom and you're still 45 minutes from home, I go to a Parks building and go to the bathroom.
They probably do it for safety.
yeah,
so, like,
from
like
Brian.
Yeah, right. But like probably because like I would immediately like if it was late at night, I'd be uncomfortable going in there because there could easily be like a guy just standing in the women's bathroom, not daylight, no one else is around.
But would you go to a bathroom at 10 at night in the park anyway?
No, because I would think it'd be dangerous.
Right, correct. So if I have to go to the bathroom, I don't think there's any tomfoolery going on in there, something bad, something shady. I just got
So
to go
you
to the
think it
bathroom.
should be use at your own risk? That's
That's
what you're
right.
saying.
Put that sign out front.
You have to sign a waiver before you go
Yeah.
in the Parks building.
I'm fine.
Okay.
If they have a person out front, I'll sign the waiver. Anything you want. Police were called Sunday morning to Rockwell Park in Bristol for a burglary complaint and were told by park employees that someone was in the chimney. Probably something they hadn't heard before. Also, these little park buildings have, what do they have, a fireplace in there in the bathroom for ambiance? Why does it have a chimney?
Maybe he was just breaking into the building in general to then get to the bathrooms. Because what bathroom did the chimney lead to?
I just can't believe there's a chimney in a Parks building.
Why was his dog in the bathroom with that?
I know you want that answer. I know you want that answer.
I'm having a hard time unpacking this.
I can tell you we'll get there by the end. I think you might find out.
Do not all buildings have chimneys?
No.
Okay, I've never looked. I've never thought about it. I just assumed
Do you have a chimney case?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Well,
I think you would know if you had a chimney.
Do you have a fireplace?
No, but there's a room in my building. I live in an apartment building. There's a room in my building with a fireplace.
Is it a faux fireplace or a real fireplace? You don't need a chimney.
I haven't looked that close. I just saw fire. I didn't investigate.
So
because you can buy those cute you know what I mean, like those gas ones, or you don't need a chimney.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems counterproductive to Santa's whole thing. I would want a chimney just for the gifts.
Here's what you do today. You stop at Home Depot on the way home. Well, I drive you home, so we'll stop there.
Well, there's one across the street from the salt shed. Let's go there.
Okay, we'll go down to Home Depot.
I'm helping you out.
That's the North Avenue one, 24 hours a day. It's incredible. Then we'll go get some firewood. We'll go to your apartment building, and no matter what, we're throwing those logs on fire into the fireplace in the lounge in your high-rise building, and then we'll see what happens.
I love it.
See, we'll just do
He's not gonna love it when he gets kicked out of his apartment, but okay.
I'm moving next week anyways.
Oh, F him.
All right, so police were called. Someone was in the chimney. Firefighters responded to the scene and got the man out after having to remove parts of the chimney and building, causing $20,000 worth of damage to this little Parks building. I know. That's why you don't put fireplaces in Parks building. These guys are idiots in Connecticut. The Bristol man, who was not injured, was arrested and charged with burglary, trespassing, and criminal mischief. He was released on bond. He has to appear in court July 4th weekend, July 7th. That's terrible.
Oh, God, what an awful... That's like an act of terror right there.
Let the guy blow off some fireworks after he was caught in a chimney.
Jesus, what, are you going to send him to Guantanamo next? Oh, my
I don't
God.
know if burglary is fair. If he was trying to break in to save his dog, they're going to charge him with burglary?
Yeah.
What was he going to steal? Firewood? It was a Parks building.
It shouldn't have had a fireplace, by the way. I want to keep bringing that point up. They should not have a fireplace.
Was there a Rolex store inside? What are they going to steal?
It's like at the airport, there's like a Rolex store in there.
What are they talking about?
It's next to an Auntie Anne's.
Oh, my gosh. The man got stuck in the flue of the chimney of Mrs. Rockwell's Pavilion, a building named after the beneficiary of the park. Boy, how much money did Mrs. Rockwell have?
I bet there's a complicated legacy to that family.
I think there's a controversy section on Wikipedia of Mrs. Rockwell.
Okay, so Mrs. Rockwell was related to Albert Rockwell, and...
That's a rich last name.
Yeah.
Rockwell?
Wait,
Okay.
what's the first name of her?
I don't know her. I just know I'm on a Wikipedia page for Albert Rockwell, who's related to Rockwell Park, which is what you just mentioned. And Albert Rockwell, there's a politics section on his Wikipedia. That can never be good. That is not good. Oh, my God, he's the founder of the Yellow Taxi Cab Company?
Oh, God, how much money did this guy
That's
have?
a lot of money.
Oh, my God, they sneeze more money than you'll ever make in your life.
Good Lord. That's why it had a fire. Now I get it. Because rich people love fireplaces
Like
in every...
Ritz-Carlton?
Yeah, like every room has to have a fireplace, so they put one in the damn park building.
Every room. Founder of the Yellow Taxi Cab Company and president of the American Silver Company and owner of Marlin Firearms, which manufactured Marlin Rockwell machine guns and automatic rifles during the First World War.
Wow.
What were my ancestors doing? Son of a bitch, you guys.
You missed out on another billionaire, Kenzie. Another one you missed out on.
What were they doing? Making tortillas? Come on.
That's what they were doing. Making
Son
tortillas.
Of a bitch, you guys.
Listen, tortillas are delicious. Wait, the American Silver Company? They just made silver?
Yeah.
They had so much money, they sat around and goes, let's just make some silver bars with all this money we have.
And that's after they made taxi money and machine gun money.
Like they could. Why did I keep working?
Because that's how you become a billionaire as opposed to just being a millionaire. They kept working.
Nutcracker.
On top of that, now I understand. This is why we do these stories. We get to it. That's why there's a damn fireplace and a chimney in a Parks building. Because rich people, that's what they think. There's a chimney and a fireplace in every room.
Now, what happened to the dog?
Oh, yeah. Let's get to the dog. First off, to answer Quincy's first question when we started getting this story, it's not clear how the dog got stuck in the bathroom at 10 at night or how long the man was stuck in the chimney.
You gotta ask him.
They're not saying that. Well, the news reporter here did a poor job of AP. Poor job, AP.
Shame on you.
Not asking the real questions.
What if he was there for 12 hours in a chimney? Think about that for a second.
You know that movie with James Franco, what is it, 127 hours? It was like a version of it.
And he cuts his arm off. Why didn't this guy have enough bravery to cut his arm off to get out of the chimney?
And, well, didn't he make a phone call? Why didn't he just make it earlier?
Can you imagine if your phone, you can't reach it? Like
But he had to call him. I don't think they just found him.
I don't know. It doesn't say how they found him or how they knew what was going on. But they did tear apart that chimney, and Mrs. Rockwell's pissed.
She's not going to be happy.
You know who's probably annoyed? The dog. First, I get stuck in a bathroom. Second, you can't get your ass down the chimney. Didn't win the owner lottery, did he?
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.